Welcome, everyone. So, this is the first live interview for our reflective series at the EMCC Switzerland. Why do I become a coach? And today we have with us Susann Israel. She's an executive and group coach. Susann, before we get straight to the point of our questions, a few words about you.
Good morning, Florence. First of all, thank you very much for having me here this morning. A few words about me. So, my name is Susann Naomi Israel. I'm half Japanese, half German background, and based in Zurich for the last more than 15 years, I counted recently. And yeah, as you said, I'm very happy working in the profession of executive and group coach for about 3.5 years now. And yeah, primarily I work in Zurich, but with clients from Switzerland and outside as well. Very happy to be here.
How long have you been a member of the EMCC Switzerland?
It's quite interesting actually, because EMCC Switzerland was the very first network I joined when I became independent about 4 years ago. And the background was that I got in touch with one of my very former colleagues from my corporate role when I was serving in a role in Singapore in, I think, 2005 or something. We were working together, and he had become an executive coach many years prior. And as we got in touch, he actually introduced me to that network. I joined an event and I immediately liked the community. So I joined, and that is now 4 years ago.
Oh, good. Excellent. We're delighted to have you with us today. So, the key question of that reflective survey, why did you become a coach?
Um, I would probably approach it from that perspective that after about 20 years in a corporate role and having studied in two disciplines, one is engineering and one is business, an MBA classic. I had become a little bit feeling like I'm turning into circles in my leadership responsibilities. So I was running transformation in teams, and we continuously kind of hit a variety of dynamics that cause resistance to change. And I wanted to explore that further, decided to enroll into an executive master's in change at INSEAD, where I learned about organizational dynamics and coaching leaders in change. And that was the starting point. I mean, as soon as I was there, the first module, second module, for me, it was absolutely clear that was the first step into a new professional identity for me.
It feels like it was love at first sight with coaching.
Yeah.
Now, what is important for you in being a member of the EMCC Switzerland?
So, as I said, I joined EMCC Switzerland 4 years ago without really knowing about the whole context of it. So, I wasn't really aware about this huge community in EMCC Global, which counts, I think, if I'm not mistaken, around 15,000 members today. I wasn't really aware of the events that were run by EMCC Switzerland. And gradually, more and more things came out as a very positive surprise. So I think three things I would mention. One is the professional network.
Mhm.
And by now, having taken a more active role as one of the acting board members and vice president, I would even say it's a little bit of a professional home for me because I'm a solopreneur. The second one is the professionalism I think I encounter day after day, the global code of ethics we all subscribe to kind of consider in our working with clients, and the possibility to accredit. And last but not least, the third point, I think probably the most important one is the continuous learning that I encounter. I'm hosting workshops where I can gather with members and think together. And I can also join as a member if a member is offering some type of a theme-based workshop. And that is really fantastic.
I just love that. And I would actually recommend to any member of the EMCC Switzerland to join your collective insight sessions. They are in person in Zurich, but they're just fantastic.
Yes,
Now
absolutely.
let's take a bit more. What do you find so powerful about coaching?
Well, after 3 years, I think I have had the opportunity to work with amazing individuals in my coaching, specifically group coaching as well. And sometimes after those sessions, I go back home and I reflect not just about the client intervention that I've just gone through, but also how I was maybe in a very similar position many years ago while still in the system, I say, in the organization, working in a role with roles and responsibilities and the daily challenges and pressures. And for me, coaching is a way to take a thinking partner, a trained professional thinking partner, onto a place which I love calling the balcony. So stepping outside the system, stepping outside the daily demands of a role, having a professional thinking partner on the side, and just bouncing off whatever concerns you, stresses you, pressurizes you, or makes you feel joyful. I mean, thinking partner can help to take this outside in view and help unbind what is actually your own themes, your own triggers that make you react in a certain way, and what are actually the things that yeah, should be addressed and spoken about in organization and in your role. And then kind of defining small experiments to go back and apply them in the role and see how it works. That's always really exciting then to see and also then to debrief in the next session potentially.
I like the expression you use at the beginning, like when you say it's like going up the balcony, which is a really, really good one. So if we were to do that, actually going up with a balcony, and looking a bit at for you what has happened in your life, would you be able to share with us a pivotal moment in your life that brought you where you are today?
Pivotal moments is such a difficult question. I think there wouldn't be one pivotal moment that I would recall or with which I would give the gold medal of winning that precious moment. I think it's a number of things that I encountered, the ups and downs of a private and professional life, I would say. And certainly things that shape the person I am today in my role serving my clients is the cross-cultural background that I mentioned at the beginning. So I think my Japanese heritage influenced a lot the way I approach things, the way I love, yeah, enhancing things. So I'm continuously on the lookout of trying something new. Whenever I feel like I'm falling into a pattern, then I see something that helps me break that pattern and embark on something new. So the cross-cultural heritage, probably one thing I would mention. And the second thing I keep revisiting is the fact that I'm not just a professional, but also a mom of two boys. So I have been juggling the parallel stresses, let's say, of building a family and also building a career. And I think that is something I can also bring to coaching with me when I coach executives in leadership roles who have family as well. And last but not least, and that may be a theme that becomes more and more important, is the continuous learning piece. So, as I said, I'm trained academically in engineering and business and in organizational psychology, basically, and working in that intersect between these three disciplines is very, very exciting.
That is so inspiring. Now we're getting close to the interview. Want to keep them short. Would you have a word or a sentence for our audience before we wrap up?
My sentence would be A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And I
Thank,
apply that every day.
thank you very much, Susann. That's a fantastic ending. Thanks for taking part into this reflective series. We've got several one coming up in the coming months. Sorry for the repetition coming up. And we wish all you a fantastic rest of the day. Bye.
Bye.